Good evening, Libra. How are y'all doing? This is David with Tarot Astrology for All, and I am here to do your reading for the next 28 to 31 days. Do keep in mind that this energy can spill over into the month of October, and you know, with the month of September coming up, and we're in Virgo season at the moment, and we are in a time where we are right before your guys' birthday. Right now, we have the sun going through about 15 Virgo, so, uh, well, actually, through about 12 Virgo, and, you know, the if we give it about, let's see, about 3 weeks, we will soon be in Libra, and all of these planets are going to be going into Libra very, very soon. So those of you with, not just your sun sign in Libra, those of you with like Mercury, those of you with the moon in Libra are going to be affected by all this energy too. All of these, all of the energy that's going to be passing through are the inner planets, including to include Mars as well. And when you have these planets pass through, they're usually activators. So I do feel like these planets passing through your sign are going to be a form of activation, almost like a download of sorts. So I feel that you guys are going to be downloading information from source, and this information is going to be helpful for you guys to move forward. Now, for you guys, I feel like there's a lot of Jupiterian, or there's a lot of that Jupiterian energy that's in Sagittarius that's influencing you. Of course, this is second house energy, so a lot of what's influencing you guys right now is status or worth. You guys are trying to find your worth in whatever career you guys might be in, whatever social status you might have, or social media you might have, like Instagram, Facebook, or anything like that. So, oh wait, excuse me, your third house. Um, you do have the moon in your second house tonight, as I'm doing this. So, this is having to do about um, these things that you keep secret that may affect your self worth. Now, I do say that the Jupiterian energy is really taking hold of you guys in the sector of communication, or Libra's third house. And in the third house, your communication, being in the sign of Sagittarius, is going to be quite adventurous, quite fun. Could be somewhat aggressive sometimes, but it's not really meant to be as aggressive as as it might be. Now, with the dynamic that you have between Libra um, and Aries, Aries is in your seventh house, and you have Chiron going through there, so your relationships are affected. Now, in my notes, I put uh, Jupiter, depending on your house, can affect whatever it is. So, in the natural Libra Western astrology, third house is Sagittarius. So, it could show where your higher education could be taking place too. So, with Jupiter in Sagittarius, and usually it's the ruler of ninth house, uh, in the natural sense. You have Neptune in its own sign of the deep dark, and searching the depths, its power can bestow the abilities of clairvoyance. So this can pertain to visions, the kind you get through dreams or by tapping into intuitive energy. Another thing that I have noted is this might have been building over the last few months. You guys may have been receiving certain messages or certain ideas, certain concepts through dreams, and also, and you could have been doing this for the last few decades already. For those of you who may be older Libras, and for the newer Libras, you may have been doing this over the last decade or so. Um, but you know what my dreams have revealed has been cracking open uh, like a manual or a book. And when I think about it, this type of energy is higher learning based. I think either spiritually or college learning based, and or college level and above type learning, or it could be studying abroad. Some of you guys could be heading overseas for your training or your study. This could entail a move, so I would not be surprised if there were moving cards involved. Next, I felt that over the last year or so, that things have been sort of stalling with Saturn and Capricorn going retrograde, and especially over the last few months while Saturn was retrograde. And this means that delays can take place, just like in any retrograde with Mercury. But things begin to move forward here soon, if not already, which is perfect for the energy you will be taking up, since the energy going through Virgo right now is very, very auspicious for that kind of energy and for that kind of growth. Um, then the energy of Virgo is like the mouse card in this animal spirit deck. So let's see if maybe that one comes out as well. Uh, Wandering is another word that holds some significance this month for you, Libra, that I feel as an intuitive message. And I'm thinking that maybe for like a quick 30 minutes to an hour, allow your mind to wander for a little bit so that source or higher self can send you incoming download transmissions for the next set of instructions on your soul path. So, like I said, these messages are meant to help guide you on your path. You do have the sign of the North Node in Cancer, which is your 10th house. And this is about status. And basically, your soul's pulling you to create as much status and social standing in the world at the moment, and to kind of nurture it, because when it comes to the North Node going through Gemini, you guys are going to be communicating with a lot of different people, and it's of course it's your ninth house, so it could be traveling abroad and meeting new people. So let's see what's going on for Libra. All right, let's see what comes out for Libra. The golden egg. So, uh, it seems that you guys are sitting upon a golden egg or golden egg like opportunity. And this is actually very good, uh, specifically because you have a lot of planets that are coming in. And I feel that maybe you guys have been sitting on this golden egg for a little bit. Um, and with the planets that are going through your 12th house right now, I do feel like maybe these are ideas that have been brewing in your mind. Maybe this could be the start of a new business. This could be the start of maybe a new job, maybe a new apprenticeship, maybe a new school. So, but I do feel that with the golden egg, you are sitting upon an opportunity that has limitless potential and the potential to launch you into a new level of success. And shuffling the deck, we will now come to our second spirit card, our second animal. Ooh, the dragonfly. Look at that. So the dragonfly is about tuning into higher frequencies. And when I was talking about the higher learning or higher connections, the college or spiritual type of learning. This could be reminiscent of that. I feel that maybe you guys are in the right frequency now to study whatever it is that you want to study. And look at that. You guys have the butterfly at the bottom of the deck. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys would be flying. That's one of the things that comes to mind. That could be physical flying, or that could be, like wandering away. Butterflies tend to do a lot of wandering around when they're looking for nectar sources, And I want to go ahead and go through the book so that I could show you guys what these two cards here mean and what this entails for you and for the month ahead for the next 28 to 31 days. Okay, golden egg. It's a message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. So, as I was saying before, and as I intuited, there is a message that the universe wants to send to you, and I feel like a lot of you Libras need to slow down. The you guys need to have that moment of stillness within yourself so that you can hear this message that's coming in from source. Now, it's all about the unstruck sound. So it's about something that's developing and something that will have uh, great rewards at the end. Now, within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of the modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. And engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest, may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to that message. They've been waiting for you. Now, the golden egg is connected to the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. And the subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart chakra at the heart center at the fourth chakra. This chakra called Anahata is home of the self or soul. Bringing the mind into this center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation waiting for us. Anahata translates to the unstruck sound. So, through this and through the energy of the dragonfly, which is the mastery of the light, or master of light, illusion, and the mind, we find that the connection here is the mind and bringing it down into the heart. Now, I believe that when you have the ability to bring the mind down into the heart, this allows you to have an expansion of consciousness, but also an expansion of your spiritual knowledge. And this actually helps you in college and higher learning because this allows you to think from a higher perspective and to not close your mind off to such possibilities of different kinds. And with this golden egg energy, I do feel that um, there is a message that you guys need to hear from Source. And the moment you guys can bring yourselves into a quiet space is when you will hear this message. Now, the dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and your perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. And once again, we come to a space where you have to clear the mind. And to bring it into balance, focus on the breath. Nothing is better in allowing you to focus on the breath than something like breathing meditation, Qigong is very good for helping you loosen your tendons and your muscles, as well as allowing you to learn how to breathe, and also allowing you to be able to access the energy of the spine, the Kundalini. Now, I know that a lot of different signs right now, the fire, water, and perhaps maybe the air signs could be going through some kind of transformation, some kind of Kundalini rising. Not necessarily like one of those transformations where uh, they they have too much suffering, but this is a different kind of transformation in and of itself. But when you focus on the breath, you can bring it into balance, and when you bring it into balance, you can see clearly. You're joyful, and everything that you create is quite magical. So when it's out of balance, you can't concentrate, and you have a busy mind. And just like the dragonfly moving around, there's just constant thoughts that shift through your head, and you can't really concentrate too much. So the wandering is supposed to help you to figure out um, how your mind wanders, and this will, in essence, allow you to understand how you can focus your mind. And when you find out what you need to focus on or what you want to focus on, then this allows you to be able to understand both sides of the situation, just like any Libra should. And this allows you to be able to stand in the space of the dragonfly perfectly, and also to adopt something like breathing meditation or some kind of yoga into your daily routine so that you could bring yourself into a place of stillfulness and allow your real talents to shine through, just like this butterfly. And of course, while meditating, you can do things like astral projection, and this allows you to fly free like a butterfly without restrictions. So this butterfly isn't there for no reason. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go to the Rider Waite, and we're gonna go ahead and see what kind of situation you or situations you guys may be involved in during the next 28 to 31 days, and then we'll see any more spreads that we need in order to clarify what's going on within this next month, and then some advice so that you guys can move forward with confidence and with the solid plan so that you guys can change the future into something that you guys are definitely looking for, because nobody wants to suffer unless they're glutton for punishment, right? So all right, so let's see. Well, the deck is fighting with me, guys. There must be some important things going on for you guys. Let's see. All right, so the decision that you guys are kind of stalling on, and okay, let's see. Let's draw some more cards. Whatever this decision is, I feel like you guys need to gain more knowledge in it. I feel like perhaps, well, look at that. I feel like there's a journey that you guys have to take, but within this journey, you guys are going to gain the knowledge that you guys need in order to make this decision. And this decision could be tied to whatever this golden egg opportunity is. And also, whatever this journey is could be tied into this golden egg opportunity as well. We had the King of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles fall out, and they fell down onto the floor, but in face down. So, if any of these cards come through, then we'll know that hard work or some kind of plan with some purposeful plan with passion is going to be necessary in your everyday experience or within this month specifically on a day-to-day basis, because remember we got the Virgo energy that we're dealing with, and this focuses on details. Now I do feel that some of you guys may be experiencing um, some kinds of like deja vu, maybe some flashbacks, quite possibly running into old friends from high school, from junior high, possibly older friends than that. But I do feel like there is a general uh, happy feelings when it comes to things of the past. But maybe these feelings are influencing whatever this decision is that you guys have on your mind. Now, you guys have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And what this tells me is that um, some of you guys may be having a situation where, like, you guys can't move on from the past. Maybe there's certain memories that you guys aren't able to move away from. But let's see what else comes up. Now we have the cups and we have the moon, and the moon is very reminiscent of water type energy, and of course that crayfish is crawling out of the water. So um, these are the two different types uh, of animals that are on there. There's the dog and the wolf, and those two signify the domesticated versus the wild sides of the brain. The logical versus the intuitive portion. Um, these are the different kind of dynamics that they can take on, and um, this is very mind and heart related. So the dragonfly energy and the golden egg energy, it's not there for no reason. I could definitely see. why it's necessary to quiet the heart and the mind. And it seems like the cards are just kind of like repeating the message now. Um, I do feel that to whatever extent, communication of some kind may be necessary. Maybe communication of your maybe communication of your ideas, maybe communication of your feelings, of your thoughts is necessary. Um, Maybe there's something that's affecting you guys that you're not telling other people, and these other people are trying to figure. And these other people may be trying to figure out what's going on, but they haven't yet posed the question. Now, I do feel like uh, with the Eight of Wands coming out, there is a there's a want for some communicate, or there's a need for some communication, and this communication is tied to whatever this decision is that has to occur moving forward. Now, this communication can also come from source or from the divine. Remember that the dragonfly is all about the mind, and this could be connected to the third eye, but it could also be connected to the crown chakra, being of the element of air. Um, let's see. Let's get some cards to clarify what's going on here. Look at that. The King of Wands almost flew out right there. All right, so um, there is a decision that you guys have, but you guys are looking at it, but not making a decision on it just yet. This kind of reminiscent of observation, and from my own experience, I feel like you guys are observing both sides of a situation. You guys are trying to understand um, both sides of some kind of some kind of situation or event, and you guys are on your guard. You guys are on your toes. The government, or I mean the government, the universe might be trying to send you messages, and uh, I don't know if you're aware of those messages exactly. You might be more aware of what's happening in your environment than what's happening um, in terms of like the messages that are being sent to you from source directly. So let's see. Let's clarify the moon. Let's see what the moon is here. Okay, so it's connected to stability. Now, these emotions, these issues with emotions, or these issues surrounding emotions, or memories, because this is what I see when I think the Six of Cups and the sword suit over here. Um, I to me, I believe that these could be memories, perhaps memories, both good and bad memories, and these are memories that this is probably a remembrance of a road that was probably walked previously, a road that may have been traveled alone, or it may have felt like it was traveled alone, and it left you on edge. However, with the King of Pentacles clarifying the Moon card, I do feel that this road that was being traveled, or that is being traveled, or it could be a new road that's being traveled, is one of those roads that is being traveled, in essence, for the sake of stability. Now, um, I do feel that with the ace, I mean, no, with the with the emperor in the reverse, these feelings or these emotions that you may be encountering from the past, some of them may have made you a little bit angry, maybe have made you a little bit, how would I say, a little bit grouchy. Maybe it made you arrogant to a certain point. But regardless of what kind of feelings these memories may evoke, remember that you're supposed to look at the past, but don't relive it. Sometimes it could be very hard for a lot of different signs to go back into the past and remember various different things that have happened, and then um, try to come back and act like there's nothing wrong, but those feelings, which evokes certain physiological changes in us, don't allow us to really fully get over certain things that have happened in our past, certain situations and events uh, that may have passed, and we end up uh, getting stuck into different cycles where they repeat themselves because we keep having the same thoughts in mind. And remember that your thoughts create reality. Therefore, it is necessary for you, Libra, to change your thoughts to change your reality. So that's basically the message here. That's probably what I will title this video: change your thoughts to change your outcome. And change your thoughts to change your outcome. A decision needs to be made. So let's clarify the Ace of Cups in the reverse and see why that's there. Okay, so um, like I said, you guys are meant to experience these emotions for a specific reason, and I do feel that to whatever reason these emotions may be having to be felt, there is a hidden gem of knowledge within these situations, or within the situation you may be facing. And I do feel that to whatever extent you guys are going to be reaching victory, which is very good. I like to see a card like this, and I believe it's going to be for the purpose of emotional victory. And once you come to this sense of emotional victory, you'll be able to turn the Two of Swords into the upright to make a decision, or actually even remove it entirely, so that you can come into this King of Pentacles state right here. Now, one other thing that I do want to say too, some of these feelings could be feelings of some kind of victory in the past too, some kind of victory that led you to stability. And there's a lot of times where we remember the good times, we remember the bad times. Sometimes we remember the bad times and we don't stop remembering the bad times. Sometimes we remember the good times and we might be fooling ourselves when bad times are happening. So I do feel like that's one thing that you may have to watch out for this month, these next 28 to 31 days, Libra. The new moon on the 30th is is supposed to be a powerful one, and this what we're doing here within this time frame is supposed to set up what we're going to be doing for a very long time. So I do feel that within this communication, there could be some kind of offer. There could be some kind of uh, proposition, some kind of something that's being offered to you. I do feel that one way or another that you guys are going to be offered something, but whether you guys take it or not, well, uh, that all depends. You know, I do feel that to one extent or another, you guys are trying to throw burdens off, but you guys are certainly thinking about um, the longer term aspects of your life. You guys are trying to toss off as many things that don't uh, pertain to what it is that you guys are trying to accomplish, because you guys want to reach victory a lot faster. Um, and I do feel that to whatever extent you guys are going to be reaching victory in that sense. Now, one thing I want to do is draw one more card, right? And I do feel that to whatever extent, some of you guys might be feel or might feel trapped by something. This could be having to do with like responsibilities. Those responsibilities that help you to remain a productive and abundant person. These could be um, feelings that or feeling like you're trapped in certain cycles. But the idea is that um, you're to stand up for yourself, because in situations like these, we might feel beat up. We might feel like we're fighting for something, or there could be times where we don't see what we're fighting for anymore. We might lose track of whatever it is that we um, that we're trying to accomplish. So I do feel like there is a golden egg opportunity that you guys may be sitting on, or that you guys will have the opportunity to sit on. And I do feel like you guys have been sitting on this for a little bit already. I do believe that you guys have gotten this card previously, uh, from a different reader, and quite possibly from me too. But this golden egg opportunity, I do feel like it's about ready to hatch. It will soon be hatching, and you guys will uh, be gaining some type of stability and a sense of victory out of it. So now I want to go ahead with a freestyle spread. I want to see if there's anything else that the universe pops up, uh, that will be showing its face here within the next 28 to 31 days. And we'll see uh, what the universe gives us, and what is interpreted from the cards. So, all right. Okay. So, some of you guys, I feel, will be dealing with a Ten of Cups situation, where you guys will be having the happy life that you guys have been looking for. And this Ten of Cups situation could be connected to the golden egg as well, because it's on this side of the cards. Now, also, you guys got the Knight of Swords along with this Ten of Cups, and with the Knight of Swords, I do feel like maybe some of you guys are trying to have this situation develop a lot faster than what it is right now. But I do feel like maybe you guys should slow it down. Don't be so reckless. But let's see what else we get from the cards, and let's see what the universe has as its message for you. Ooh, look at that! You guys had the King of Wands come out, and I figured it would. Um, this situation, I feel, is connected not just to the golden egg, but with uh, how you manage to still your mind, or how you manage to be able to listen to these messages that the universe is trying to bring to you. And I do feel that in one way or another, the universe will get a hold of you, um, and will give you this message. This message is connected to this golden egg opportunity, but the King of Wands is going to give you that passion to properly plan, not just the small details of whatever it is that you wish to accomplish within this month, but moving on forward, and the overall vision. Because the King of Wands, he's not just a doer, but he's a planner. You know, he's connected to the Wand suit, which is about visions and reaching those visions. And in the King of Wands, the individual has reached, the high point that he wanted to reach. Now this is connected to Leo energy, so I feel like the energy that just recently passed by, with all the planets going through Leo, is some energy that you can still adopt uh, moving forward. Now, you also had the Queen of Wands come out over here too, and it flew and hit my cup. So, having Wands energy here, I do feel very much that this Wands energy and your passion is connected to what you do with this Dragonfly energy here. Now, uh, and how you manage to use this message, or this unstruck sound that is arriving from the universe. Now, I want to go to the book again to talk about the being able to see things clearly, being joyful and magical. The joyful or enthusiastic aspect of the wand's energy is very, very apparent. If you look at both these thrones, They both have the Leo energy, or the lion. This is passion. This is courage. Now, I do feel like maybe this is a message that you guys need courage moving forward. But most importantly, this could be a message pertaining to having the courage to take a leap of faith in changing your perspective, and trying to view things from a higher perspective. Uh, Trying to learn how to feel things out. And so I want to draw some more cards now, because this is very interesting. Um, I feel in some aspect that the Knight of Swords energy is coming out because of how things have been lagging lately, especially with Saturn in retrograde. But Saturn comes out of retrograde on the 18th of September, and this is very, very auspicious because while Saturn goes through Capricorn in direct motion, this is energy that facilitates steady growth. But see, like I said, you can't make this stuff up, guys. I feel like the situation calls for you to stand up, and it calls for you to be courageous. It calls for you to be um, the maker of your own destiny. This golden opportunity and this change of mindset, it's not for no reason. It's necessary for you to change your mindset so that you can create this Ten of Cups situation. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys have thoughts in your head about the probability of loss, the probability um, of failure. Everybody deals with that. But overcoming failure is not to overcome the fear behind it, is to come to the conclusion that yes, you might fail, but things don't have to be perfect, right? Now, I do feel that to whatever extent, though, you guys will be uh, reaching a sense of happiness in this Ten of Cups situation that you guys are trying to build for yourself, and this Ten of Cups situation that is connected to this golden egg opportunity. Now, I want to draw some more cards here, trying to see what more we can draw from these cards. Libra, I am sorry that your video is 37 minutes so far, but it seems like there's a lot of information here that is trying to come through for you guys. So I do feel that you guys are trying to be reckless, but like I was saying, very very soon you guys are going to be doing whatever it is that you guys have been wanting to do for a while. I believe your golden egg is going to be hatching very soon. I have been telling my girlfriend this because she's a Libra, and these cards, they just tend to reinforce whatever it is that I've been noticing myself, not just through the tarot, but also through astrology as well. Now, um, let's see, let's clarify this King of Wands and Queen of Wands energy, and also the Seven of Wands, because I feel like there is I feel like you guys have to stand up for um, what you guys want, not so much what you guys believe, but what you guys want. And the switch in mentality is actually telling yourself that you can get it. See, there's a need for mastery. Now, this mastery is necessary for growth. And I like I said, this is a mental mastery. Um, this could be as much as finding out what it is that you want to do before you start trying to acquire the help that you may be looking for. The the three facilitates growth. Of course, the Pentacles is about earth or earthly matters, or building growth, um, things of that nature. But I do feel like this Wands energy is only going to come through when you can still your mind and allow yourself to listen to this unstruck sound that is emanating from the core of the universe, uh, possibly even from the core of your higher self. So let's see what else comes out. Okay, see, with the Six of Cups in the reverse, this is like that inability to let certain things go, certain thoughts. But I do feel like, there is a certain strength that's going to come from this. You're going to gain a certain happiness from being able to go through the situation, and this is where your passion is going to come from, or at least part of your passion. The other part is going to come from this message that the universe is going to be sending to you. And look at that, you got a lot of wand energy coming up. Uh, the Nine of Wands, to clarify the Seven of Wands, is basically, in a sense, telling me that you feel on guard. Maybe you've been going through a rough time, a time of delays, things like that. And I feel like maybe you've been fighting for what you've wanted for so long. But I do feel you are going to be entering into a state, if you haven't already, into a state of stability. This is literally going to be the energy that you will be encompassing. The Queen of Wand, or the Queen of Pentacles, where you uh where you are calm, you're collected, you don't have to worry about physical abundance because you have the energy of growth and potential around you. And of course, like I said, this requires a sense of self mastery and the ability to view the past and what happened, but not to relive it. And look at this, you had the moon come out one more time, as part of this spread. And I feel like this road that's being traveled is not going to be. I mean, you've probably been on this road for a very long time now, and you are going to be reaching the end, because look at, you have the moon card, and then you have the sun card, which is the card right after it. And right after you go right through those towers, there's a wall. Right after you jump over that wall, you have the bright sun, which is shining its light. And with the Ten of Cups and the sun, I do feel you are heading towards a very, very happy time. And I am very, very glad to be able to pass this message on to you, because, it's messages like these that keep me going as a tarot reader, but it's also messages like these that are helpful in lifting my spirits, but also lifting your guys' spirits. And um, yeah, this is very good. So it's not a very long time now, Libra. You don't have to be so impatient. Things are going to be starting to move very, very quickly now. Uh, as we draw closer and closer to your birthday. Now, I want to go ahead and draw two more animal spirit cards to see how your energy is going to be progressing forward, and also um, what can be done about getting yourself into that energy if you haven't already been gearing yourself towards it. So the first card that fell out is the frog, and the frog is very reminiscent of rejuvenation. It's very reminiscent of um being in your natural element, and it's very reminiscent of rejuvenation and healing. Now, the frog energy, it asks you to go by a body of water to balance this energy out, and the energy from the frog, it could be. Let's draw another card to see what kind of details we can discern from them, and see. Ooh, look at that! You had a card fly out. Perfect. All right, so you're dealing with crow energy and frog energy. The crow energy, it feels like you're sitting on something, and with the crow energy, I feel like you're sitting on that golden egg. You're nurturing that golden egg. You are giving it warmth. I feel like maybe you are carrying this golden egg around, or flying around with this golden egg, and I feel like you guys are looking for some kind of potential within this golden egg. And with the turtle, I do feel like Maybe you guys are carrying a lot on your back. Maybe a lot of deep things that you guys are carrying on your back. But let's see what the frog tells us. Okay, this is cool. The frog and the turtle are right next to each other. So the frog is about clearing, cleansing, and healing. And the frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self care. See, I wouldn't be surprised if the advice that's going to be coming up soon brings up the Empress as one of those cards for self care, or maybe even the Four of Swords. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us to cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. So, to bring it into balance, a lake, a river, ocean, or a bathhouse, some type of body of water. For air signs, I would imagine that maybe going to any windy location will help uh, for the mind to be cleared so that the higher entities can send these messages or these downloads to you. Now, when this energy is in balance, it's clear and it has an enthusiasm for life. Like I was talking about that enthusiasm of the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. This is the energy that you're going to be encompassing and that you're supposed to be encompassing within the path that you guys are taking right now. When it's out of balance, it's depleted, it's running on empty. You guys might feel lethargic. You guys might feel tired and like like you haven't been able to get enough sleep or like you've been doing too much throughout the day. Um, and also, since the turtle was at the bottom of the deck, it's about the ancient soul. It's grounded, trusting, and at home in the self. And I do feel that with it at the bottom, you guys need to enter into a space, like I said, of feeling at home with the self, and you can do that through meditation, through yoga, and things like that. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experience under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us to close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. To bring it into balance, I feel like an adventure is necessary. Um, Maybe going out to on an adventure like mountain climbing or something like that could be something useful. There is a lot of windy weather around mountains and stuff like that, so that could be an option. Um, but when you bring it into balance, it's peaceful, adventurous, and productive. So this is the kind of energy that I feel you guys need to be encompassing is a productive type energy. And when it's out of balance, it slows down to a halt. It's lethargic. It's lazy. You know, things like that. But let's go to the crow to see what kind of energy the crow gives us, and to see what kind of energy you will be encompassing during the next 28 to 31 days. Now, with the energy of the butterfly in the first spread, you know, you guys are going through a great transformation. Um, like I said, this isn't like earth-shattering transformation on a physical level. This is more of a transformation of the mind that allows you to become more productive as a human being. All right, so the crow is spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. Like I said, you guys are watching something. It's definitely this golden egg opportunity. But the crow has been a long symbol of magic. Has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. Like I was mentioning with the Jupiter energy, I feel like this crow energy is what you're going to be moving into. as well as being able to heal from past situations, possibly past memories that you haven't been able to let go up until now. Now, with the energy of the crow, bringing it into balance is is daily meditation practice. So, uh, breathing meditation, yoga, qigong. These are all great things in order to get you back into balance. Uh, when you're in balance, you have a sense of psychic energy, psychic knowing, and it's strong and it's very clear. And when it's out of balance, it's ungrounded and it's hypersensitive. Um, you might like look into the details too much, stuff like that. So um, I do feel like you guys are going to be making the right decision. But let's go ahead and draw some cards for your advice moving forward through the next 28 to 31 days, and we'll see what you can do to not just step into this energy, but also to avoid the the pitfalls that can come with this type of energy. Now, you guys got temperance. So I feel that balance is going to be very necessary within this month. Looking at the small details can help you balance that. Also, creating schedules and organizing and coming into a certain practice can also help you to create certain goals for yourself. Now, along with this balance that comes with temperance, uh, let's see what else the universe has for you guys. I feel like there is a need not to be reckless, like I was saying earlier. I feel that you guys just need to have a little bit more patience. Temperance is not just about balance, but it's about having the patience to uh, to wait for the process to work itself out, for things to happen on their own time, and not trying to hurry the egg to hatch, but just giving it the tender love and nurture that it needs, and allowing it uh, to move forward in the sense that when things need to happen, they're going to happen. Now, with the appearance of the Knight of Pentacles, the advice is slow and steady movement. And slow and steady wins the race. You're not going to win the race by charging ahead, like the rabbit. You just like the turtle, right? The turtle and the hare. You got to be just like the turtle, grounded, slow, steady. And although it's connected to the water element, it's very, very well connected to the earth element as well, because there are land turtles, right? Even though they might spend time in the water, they will go on land for large periods of time. Now, I do feel like the advice going forward as well is to watch your tongue, watch your language, watch the way that you say things, watch the way that you try to connect to people on an intellectual level. Um, Make sure that your communication is straight to the point. Make sure that your communication is uh, is something that you've thought of, uh, that you've balanced out in your mind, that you've balanced out within your reasoning process before you move forward with it. This is also about making sure that you listen to the messages that are coming in from the universe, um, and messages that could be coming from somewhere else. And sharp language to certain people can cut off the ability for that information to come forward. Now, I do feel like in all of this, there is a cycle that is not ended yet. This cycle is coming to a very, very quick close, though. I can go ahead and confirm that for you guys. You guys won't have to wait very long before this cycle ends. And I am very happy for you guys because, this cycle is presenting to you guys an opportunity that maybe you haven't looked at before. Um, I feel like this opportunity is one of those opportunities where this is your first time uh, reaching into the sky for that golden cup of opportunity. Remember that golden cup that I mean that Ace of Cups that you guys had in the reverse. Well, This is the universe giving it to you uh, when you're ready. And sometimes we enter into a state where we might not be ready, or where we receive the opportunity and we're not really cognizant of the fact that the opportunity is there, but it is being presented to us, and it's up to us to find out how the universe will present this message to us. And I feel like this is going to be in a moment when you guys are in a calm state of mind, and this message is going to be able to allow you guys to move forward in a sense that you guys can uh, do whatever it is that you need to do and reap the rewards for it. You know, that's what Saturn's all about. It's about doing the hard work, but it's also about reaping the rewards and having karmic cycles complete themselves, and everything that comes with Saturn's karmic wheel and the world. So with that, I hope that I hope this information was helpful to you guys. I hope that you guys can at least take away something from it, if not resonate with the whole thing. And I hope that if you guys do resonate with this, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out in knowing whether I am accurate or not. And I mean, I already know that I am accurate to various different degrees, depending on what's going on in your life, in situations and stuff like that. However, I do understand that I can always get better with hearing that connection to higher self and source and various other entities that could send these messages to us. So, with the astrological portion, you guys have a lot of planets going into your sign here within the next half month. And of course, with that entails the crossing of these inner planets and Mars within the next month to 2 months across your sun and any other natal placements you might have in Libra. And from the Western astrology perspective, starting Libra at the first house, you have Jupiter going through your third house. Um, so there's a big focus or a big expansion upon communication with other people. Depending on what planets you have in Sagittarius, those will be affected by Jupiter as well and expanded upon. You have Capricorn and Saturn in your fourth house. So I do feel that some of you guys are working on building a family or working on building a solid foundation. I do feel that a lot of you are getting to the root core of a lot of different problems that may perk their heads. Maybe getting through a lot of different obsessions that you may have had, getting over past bad habits, things that may have been taboo. And, these things are necessary because once Pluto and Saturn start going into Aquarius, it's all about having fun. Um, in your sixth house of Pisces, you have Neptune. So on a daily basis, you guys are going to be having dreams and visions of not just your future, but quite possibly of other people's future that are involved with you. But you guys are also are also gonna have a certain clarity, um, or fogginess in the everyday dealings and stuff. There's certain things going on within your relationship. Uh, Having to deal with being assertive in a relationship, as well as coming to a certain awareness of how relationships work. And because with Uranus going through your eighth house of Taurus, there is a certain change to your value, and you guys are growing and transforming into unique individuals. And with the North Node in your 10th house of Cancer, this is definitely necessary in order for you guys to develop into the individuals that you guys will be developing and that the world will be requiring of you. So, with that, I will go ahead and close this reading. I hope that you guys resonate with this message. Like I said, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell right there at the bottom uh, of this video so that you guys can be notified of any more videos that come out. Uh, do keep in mind that this is for the sun and ascendant sign. I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but just putting that out there. So until the next video comes out, I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, wishing you all a good month and a good night.